Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm playing a game called Process of Elimination, and I know absolutely nothing about this game. I saw it on the wow, that's some cool music. I saw it on the PlayStation Store. It was on sale. The style looked cool. I looked at like some of the images. I didn't look at any trailers. I don't know what this is about, but it looked pretty cool. So I'm gonna be playing this. All right, let's start it. I don't know what to expect. It's a rainy day in June, with clouds covering the entire nation. The live broadcast of a new gaming release is suddenly disrupted. Wow, is that Satan? He's like 5 arms. That's pretty creepy. I mean, I guess I'll just keep the voice on. Okay, cool. Let's say the crowd on the left. Yeah, we hate people who are members of society. Thank you for your response. Now, without any further ado, this loathsome grass will disappear before your very eye. Oh, okay, well. Oh, yeah, you know what, okay, sure. Alright. Entertainment! Hello, dear customers, and adieu to the consumed. I feel like it's gonna be pretty distracting, the voices overlapping, but you know what? It sounds pretty cool, so I'm just gonna keep it on. How did it feel? Dismembering the revealed with a simple press of a button. Quite good, no? Downright refreshing, even. It's best to eliminate those who don't share your values. Majority rules, after all. Whatever bloke thought that up was truly a sadistic genius. This reminds me of the opening to Your Turn to Die. The opposition may be trampled, but there exists no better system. The path to peace must be painted by the blood of the minority. Sounds like multiple voices overlapped on top of each other. It's weird. Nice laugh, bro. That sounds more creepy than evil, though, so... applause, yeah. The Quartering Duke. That's a cool name. From now on, every soul in this nation will be provided with entertainment to stir the mind, so please indulge into your full to bursting. Oops. Such a show can't exist without diversity, you see, for this is a clash between tragic savage carnage and the comical cultural stylings of justice. 5,000 viewers, wow, that's not that much, bro. A question from your grace to all our viewers at home. Oh, okay. The individual from the animal suit became a shut-in after experiencing vicious bullying at school. No love for his mother, who raised him alone. Every day he would hit and yell at her. Before long she fell ill and died without his noticing. I'm really impatient. I don't like waiting for the voice to finish. I should probably not do that. This individual saved by your first impression. Oh, that's messed up though. We already killed the other guy. Might as well release this man. Who cares? Even if he's garbage, we killed a completely random person. I feel like it'd be a waste to kill both of them. Yeah, I like him. Wow. Okay, why are we trusting this dude's? Why are we trusting this dude's testimony of events? He could be lying about it. It could be a fabrication, you dum-dums. Wow. The corroding Duke snaps his fingers. Alas, it will soon be time to part ways. I mean, what was the point of all of that? Nice job, both of them are dead. Nice job, viewers. You guys all suck. Screw all of you. Thus, I take my leave. Do enjoy the show. I'm liking this music so far. That's sick. Like the music box stuff. The video cuts off at 4 minutes 52 seconds. Was that how long I took, or was that predetermined? As a hacked broadcast, those who ran the website were powerless to stop it. The video, just shy of 5 minutes, is shared across the net, mostly among the youth. But things don't end with that. Not just the broadcasted victims, but others killed in the same manner are soon discovered. The common thread, at least 2 victims are always found at once with their lock screens set to the symbol of the corroding Duke. The police pour all of their resources into investigating the case, but turn up nothing. Pair by pair, more and more bodies surface, until half a year later, over 100 have been killed since the first broadcast. Okay, we're looking at an insane serial killer here then. The sheer numbers of victims and brutality of the murderous fleeing society into chaos. Did I say murderous? I meant murders. Nice voice, bro. I grip my phone tight as I read articles about the murders, speaking aloud despite myself. I've seen the effects of this Duke all around me. People are terrified to go outside, and stores have even shortened their hours. What's worse, he's gained some traction among young copycats taken by his charisma. With the police overwhelmed, small private agencies like mine are in huge demand. Apparently, even the FBI is getting involved. Past events had already stoked the need for this line of work, but the Duke has only made things worse. The media jeers at the detective craze. Mr. Gunjoji says the ideal society is a peaceful one where detectives are starved for work. You may be right about that. So this is a detective, that's cool. Let's not do that. As I lay in wait for my mark, I recall my mentor's words and sigh to myself. I work for the Gunjoji Detective Agency. It's probably one of the pioneer agencies around, though nowadays we're buzzing with activity. I'm a student working part-time, but they plan to recruit me once I've graduated. The situation must be getting pretty serious nationwide. An ideal society is no use for detectives, huh? The thought alone makes me a bit miserable. Is this the reality faced by all aspiring detectives? Okay, that's enough of that. My worries run wild when I'm on my own. It's a bad habit, but I've got to focus on work. There he is. My Mark is on the move. Mark? After a moment's pause, the man clad in a trench coat starts off down the road again. I make sure I'm out of earshot before calling him my report. Just my mentor had instruction. Watto. Watto. Quieting my steps, I follow the man cautiously. He's our top suspect in the serial pet killer case, and according to Mr. Gunjoji, he may be armed. Whatever I do, I absolutely cannot allow my presence to be detected. Well, we already failed that one, my guy. Nice job, bro. What? Suddenly, the man is right in front of me, and I reflexively take a step back. Did he notice me following him? Despite the cover of darkness and my voice being out of earshot? He's not letting me go. Yeah, bro, you're cooked. As I try to move past him, the man blocks my path. I doubt you make it in time if you keep matching my pace and stopping every time I do. Wow, you're so obvious, my guy. That's crazy.
別にそれほど驚くことじゃない。こんな何もない場所で立ち止まるのは誰かを追跡しているものか、後ろの足を
So it's a test then, right? That makes sense.
わざと足を止めるものだけだ。
So the very act of pausing here was a trap. Ugh, how can I make such a rookie mistake? You didn't even register with me. I don't want to blame it myself.
記憶にない顔だが何者だ。
Oh, or not. This dude's just that good. He's just him. You're a fresh face. Who are you? Certainly no detective or policeman, given your noisy slipshod attempt at shadowing me. No detective? Blood rushes to my face. I poured everything into becoming the detective. His words sting worse than a slap to the face. There's no way I can just let it slide. Alright, so why are we giving away your identity now? You're suspected of several animal abuse. Now come quietly. I'm turning you into the police. Am I armed? Do I have a taser on me? That'd be pretty cool. I'd hoped the edge of my voice would intimidate him, but the man only lets out an exasperated sigh. Yeah, let's just give him my full name. Wouldn't they tell this dude that in advance? So like, hey, never give out your real name, bro, when you're tailing somebody. That'd be crazy. Just don't do that. Nah, no one told him that? Okay. I bet you can't get enough of those over-the-top crime dramas, can you? As much as I hate it, he's read me like a completely open book. The moment a detective reveals himself always seems so cool on television, but he's right. Sharing your identity in this line of work is far too dangerous. It's something to keep in mind next time. Nah, bro, actually, I have a gun. It's in my pocket, bro. Trust. The man slides his hand into his pocket and readies his stance. He's clearly holding a weapon. This isn't the first time I've gone up against someone armed with a knife, but I still feel my hair standing on end. My heart slams frantically against my ribcage as I freeze up, willing my trembling legs to remain steady. No, I know I'm not ready for that, so instead I called for backup. I ceded by time until my boss arrives. Also, cool. What even is that thing called? That facial hair? It's like hair that's like just drooping downward. What is that? It's cool. Let me compliment you on that thing. Also, nice clothes, buddy. Nice trench coat. I will. In fact, I have to. One of the pets you killed belonged to a classmate of mine. She's still terrified and traumatized as a result of your prowling about. Being a detective is my duty to stop you. I mean, hey, I think just talking like this is buying time, so you know what? Yeah, go for it, bro. I tear off my jacket and wrap it around my left wrist to form a makeshift glove, a guard against his knife. In my dominant hand, I grip a pair of handcuffs like brass knuckles. Armed as best I can, I face off with the man. The man just watches me, showing no signs of movement. Good, he's probably never seen anyone use handcuffs for self-defense before. It's only natural he'd be wary. I learned this trick from Mr. Gunjoji. What's great about it is that it never fails to catch people by surprise the first time. I need to stall this out even if just for a little while. Keeping this face-off going is my top priority. The Ikusa School of Rest Techniques. Oh? You know this technique? What? I'm struck speechless. What are the odds he'd know this tactic? I fumble for an answer, but my mind goes blank. I
波の犯罪者相手なら通用したことは事実。自分の無力さを理解した上で最善の対策を講じたことは認めよう。
You would work on your typical criminal, however, and you were quick to adapt when all odds were
そ
stacked
の
against
探
you.
偵としての光る資質10点をやるぞ少年。リーダーがお前さんを
So this guy actually a suspect or not? Because, I mean, it feels like he's familiar with police activity and the inner workings of teachings and whatnot. The man suddenly backs down and speaks with a smile. What? Is this another trap? Glancing my way, he continues.
勘違いさせてすまないな。私は動物虐待の犯人ではない。
Bro, you don't need to do all
被
that.
害者の隣の家の息子で因のストレスから逃れるように八つ崎港に浸水して犯行に及んだ
The
らしい。
quartering Duke again.
人間を八つ崎にする勇気がないからと動物に手をかけるとは呆れたものだ。
あなたは一体。
Upon hearing my question, the man pulls what looks to be a tablet out of his pocket. And the screen shows a familiar symbol in the words Detective Alliance.
探偵同盟。
I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. I can't help but yell at the name. The Detective Alliance, the very organization I revere more than anything else.
そう。私は国内で唯一の国家公認の探偵組織。探偵同盟の一員。
Thanks for the context dump, sir.
身なら聞き覚えがあるだろう。
I'm sure an aspiring detective like yourself has heard of it.
もちろん。
Okay.
実績のある100人の探偵
Of
で構成され
course.
捜査依頼を受けた事件
This
の内容
mysterious
に応じ
coalition of 100 renowned detectives that always sends the perfect match for the job. 100 detectives, that's pretty cool.
事件解決率は 100%。 メンバーは自らの
Oh, the Alliance has solved every case it's ever had, and each of its members has an alias based on their defining traits. Every case, okay.
謎の組織のことにやたらと詳しいじゃないか。探偵オタク。
Detective fanboy. Oh. As I calm down, my face begins to burn bright red. I let my excitement carry me away on a totally nerdy rant. Still, the Detective Alliance has been a dream I've aspired to ever since I learned about it from Mr. Gunjoji.
あなたが持っているそれって探偵デバイス。探偵同盟の
That
証です
D-pad
よ
you're
ね。
holding is a hallmark of none other than the
あなたも
Alliance
探偵な
itself.
んですか？
You really are a detective, aren't you?
よく知っているな。その通りだよ。私は老子探偵。探偵同盟のフル株で
Call me Senior
今はスカウトや
Detective.
補助を主に
Wow, that's such a creative name that you come up with yourself, man.
推理力はまだまだ若い探偵には負けんがな。今回の動物殺傷事件などは少々骨がなさすぎたくらいだ。
As prideful as he sounds, I can tell by his expression that he's speaking purely from well-earned experience. He has an air about him that's unlike anyone I've ever met, the kind that can only come from a member of the Detective Alliance. I was about to say agency. As secretive as it is, the Detective Alliance has grown more famous by the day thanks to the recent detective craze. Even now, the news is full of stories about the cases cracked by Detective Alliance members. Then there's all the terrorist plots in the wake of the quartering Duke incidents that they've thwarted with almost zero leads. The whole reason I joined the detective agency was to carve a path to earning a spot alongside those detectives one day. Looked up to by detectives far and wide, the Detective Alliance is the absolute paragon for those pursuing justice.
無礼な発言ばかりして本当にすみません、老子探偵さん。僕勝手な勘違いばかりして犯人呼ばわりまでしてしまって。
Yeah, that was really careless of you.
よしてくれ。誤解を招いたのはこちらだ。それからさん付けも結構だぞ。
Don't be, I was egging you on after all. No need for the sir either. In our field, the alias itself serves as a title of respect. Okay, senior. Though senior detective amicably shrugs off my apology, his unshakable calm only makes me warier of where this is going. Then, as if noticing how on edge I look, he continues to speak.
担当直入に目的を言うと。
Oh,
私はお前
shoot,
の
okay.
スカウトへ来たんだ。
I'll cut to the chase. I'm here to
お
scout
前に
you.
は我々の本拠地で開催予定の八つ崎港事件への対策会議に出席してもらいたい。
はい。
Huh? That makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, bro. I mean, you were gonna use handcuffs defensively. That's crazy, guys. That's absolutely insane. We need you. We need you on our force. We need you on our alliance. Please, please. I respond lamely, unable to fully grasp what he's saying.
もう一度言うぞ。探偵同盟の一員として八崎港事件の捜査に協力してほしいと言っている。
What? The sound I make is so shrill and alien, I scared myself. I pinched my cheek to make sure this isn't just some dream. Nope, not a dream. Maybe this is Mr. Gonjoji's idea of a prank? No sign of it anywhere, so probably not. Which means... this isn't a joke, right?
全て真実だ。
Okay, we got the upbeat music playing.
国から直々にお達しを受けたんだよ。えりすぐりの探偵たちが一堂に会し、本部で八崎港の正体を推理することとなる。
My mind goes blank again, but if this is real, then my dream is coming true far sooner than I ever imagined. There was so much I could learn, so many accomplished detectives I could meet. But also, you're still in school, aren't you? Isn't that what you said? Ideal detectives, like the ones I aspire to be. The kind who could have prevented the tragedy that unfolded before my eyes 10 years ago.
聞きたいことは山積みだろうが、まずはお前さん自身の意思を。
This song is this music is a
お前
vibe.
さんは探偵として。
I'm sure you have a million questions, but I want to hear what you intend first. Will you join us at the table and help us stop the quartering Duke?
Yes か No で答える。
Give me your answer. Yes or no? How can I hesitate? I state my intentions loud and clear. Yes or yes? Bottom yes. The moment I try to answer, Senior Detective's arm hook around my neck and begins to squeeze like a vice. It's so tight I can't breathe. I flail and kick frantically, but our hit is the air and the ground below my feet. I feel a prick as a slender needle pierces the skin of my neck. What feels like liquid ice begins to pump through my veins. My skin turns pale, my limbs go numb, my strength fades. My vision blurs, and as my legs start to give out, I sag against the man restraining me. And then, as if the stars have been swept from the night sky, everything goes black.
尋ねておいて悪いが、拒否権はない。
This is more like kidnapping. Is it kind of kidnapping if I can... No. This is definitely kidnapping. Maybe it's like it's super duper secretive, so we have to drug you.
お前さんには参加する義務があるんだよ。
Oh, shoot!
探偵撲滅プロジェクト。
Before you see, you have a duty to attend the Detective Elimination Project. Alright, let me just give my first guess. I'm thinking it's going to be some sort of calling game where detectives are pitted against each other and they all have to die one by one until there's like one remaining and that person go into force. Maybe that's how they get the alliance members. I'm not sure. But the word elimination definitely is kind of making me feel like that. Process of elimination. Oh, well, I mean, it's in the name of the game. I haven't felt this way in a long time. My consciousness drags sluggishly as if I'm trapped in thick mud, helplessly sinking deeper and deeper. As much as I try to shut it out, that traumatic nightmare pulls me in once again. In my dream, I'm running down a dark, frigid corridor, holding on tight to the hand of a girl my age.
私もう走れない。あなただけでも逃げて。
何を言ってるの、サイカちゃん。
Saika.
逃げるって約束したでしょ。
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell it's like 10 years younger.
もう足が。
The girl is beautiful, bewitching black hair, pure white skin, light purple eyes, reminiscent of hydrangeas. I wouldn't quite say all that, but you know what, sure, why not? I remember nothing else about her, but I'm sure that at the time she was very precious to me. And then, oh, okay, right before my eyes, the blade swings down and slashes her, covering her in a burst of red. Shelly, fine.
サイカちゃん。
I clutch onto her before she can collapse and face the criminal that did this to her. What is that, a robot? What? Yo, hey, watch out. That's an understandable reaction. The massive, unmistakably inhuman silhouette amidst a strange mechanical whir. Its murderous intent is nearly enough to pierce through flesh as it focuses on me. I prepare to die as no more than a child, but at that moment... The girl in my arms strange to get the words out of her voice as her voice begins to fail. Blah! I may escape if I leave her now and run, but maybe I can still save her. There's no way I can just abandon her. Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly for her, man. I feel like she's basically dead at this point, man. Yeah, sure, become Spider-Man or Batman or whatever you want to become. That's all I can remember. My memory cuts off completely as if the next page has been torn out. However, since I'm alive, it's obvious what came after. I traded Saika's light to save my own. Probably not as simple as that one, because even if you did, I don't think you could run away from that thing. This was the mass kidnapping and confinement incident I was in a decade ago, the reason I became a detective. A shadowy organization took 16 children and locked them into an underground prison for a month, never to be caught. Am I supposed to just live this sacrifice as it came out of that, like Saika? I was too incompetent to save even one girl, but I refused to leave it there. My heart and soul demand I see it through. I will become a great detective, a hero, and one day I will reveal the truth behind what happened 10 years ago. Yeah, sure, why not? Ooh, day 1, afternoon. Okay, yeah, so this dude was, had some trauma as a child. He's like, okay, I'm gonna become a detective because of all this trauma and such, of all these murders that I witnessed. Ooh. I finally came to. My eyelids are so heavy, just opening them is an undertaking. That was one long dream. It was one that I had countless times before, that fateful day I swore I'd become a detective. That incident remains unsolved to this day. What really happened all those years ago? As a survivor, the vague testimony I provided didn't help much. The case has gone cold for 10 years now. I've got to find the truth, to track down the villain who killed Saika, the girl I owe my life to. That's why I entered this line of work. But that aside, my whole body is aching right now. My mattress feels like a rock and smells like rust? I managed to pry my eyes open, but everything's pitch black. What's more, I can't even move. My limbs are restrained like I've been wrapped in some kind of sleeping bag. Don't tell me I'm trapped in here. Trapped in where? What's going on? Mustering all my strength, I try to worm my way out. Suddenly, my vision is flooded by a bright light. Huh? Whatever restrained me slackens as my own momentum forces me upright. The sight I met with is a forest. Lush woodland lies before my eyes. Alright, cool, yeah, we're just in a forest. That's cool. Okay. Beneath me is an old rusty locker. Guess it's what I've been stuffed into a second ago. Ouch, my whole body's killing me. How long was I crammed inside this thing? Why was it put in a locker anyway? You put me in a locker and you dump me in a forest? Who does that, guys? Come on now. Who would do this to me and why? When did I even get here? What the heck is going on? My head swirls in confusion as I try to recall what happened last. That's right, I met an old man, senior detective, and then the haziness clears as I begin to remember. I was suddenly attacked by senior detective and eventually lost consciousness. He claimed to be a part of the Detective Alliance, but maybe that was just a bluff? No reason for it to be a bluff. He could have easily choked you out. Wait, if he was lying about being part of the DA, that means the pet killer is still large. I've got to get back ASAP. I think you have more pressing matters to worry about. Like, hey, why was I kidnapped and put into a forest in a locker? I wish you got my smartphone, but after a frantic search, I realized that my front pockets have been empty. Wow, I wonder why. As I continue searching my person, I notice an unfamiliar weight in my back pocket. That's weird. I don't normally keep stuff back there. Suspicious, I carefully pluck the foreign object from my pocket. It's a tablet device, like an oversized smartphone, more or less. The moment I see it, though, a chill runs down my spine. No way, is this the Detective Alliance tablet thing? I lift it up, touching the buttons out of habit. Then a notification appears. Authentication successful. Does Z-pad stand for Detective Pad? That'd be so stupid if it did. As the tablet comes to life, a familiar voice emanates from its speaker. This is Senior Detective, the agent who brought you here. We met 3 days ago, though to you I suppose it'd feel like it only just happened. If I was out cold for 3 days, I didn't drink any water. Bro, this guy should feel like he's dying. Wait, I was out for 3 days? So Senior Detective's the one reaching out to me. I knew I'd recognize his voice from before. Still, his tone is pretty nonchalant for a kidnapper. I can't help but feel irritated.
きっと私に騙されたと思っているだろうが、お前さんが探偵同盟の一員と思うのなら、その探偵同盟の一員である証、探偵デバイスで登録情報を調べの正式なメンバーとして、お前さんの情報が登録されているはずだ。
I open up the tablet and look through the roster and mentioned. There I find my profile, beginning with my full legal name.
探偵序列100位
Wato Hojo. Detective rank number 100. Yep, that's me. Even list details only Mr. Gunjoji would know, like my skills and work experience.
僕の特技や経歴まで登録されている
I got my full profile in there, huh? What was that thing? It's a new keyword unlocked. Oh, wow, roster. Wato Hojo. Alias, unrecorded real name Wato Hojo, rank number 100, lowest rank, age 17 years old, cases solved 0. You stupid. Notable cases none. Hobby collecting publications and homes. Special skill housework. A male high school student who assists at the office of a private detective agency. 3 years ago, his aunt, a police officer, introduced him to the Gunjoji agency, where he began working part-time. Since then, he has studied the basics of detective work, in addition to performing copious chores. Wato trained in the Ikusa school of arrest techniques, a form often used by security guards. Although he lacks in proficiency, his instincts for it are good and have the potential to improve at an explosive rate if paired with some other special ability. Conversely, he is a professional when it comes to housework. Without him, the agency would be a sea of garbage within a week's time. Alias, Senior Detective, rank retired. Cases solved 419. Notable cases: the eccentric architecture series, the Alice Castle killings. Hobbies: people watching, DIY. Special skills: architectural design. Additional: a veteran detective who, like Vito Kick, survived the Dayless Nights incident and helped to found the Detective Alliance. During one particular case, he made a grave error that resulted in a loss of life in his subsequent retirement. He now works behind the scenes, scouting and monitoring promising young detectives. Dang, he screwed up, someone died, he's like, okay, I'm done. What was the lexicon? View information determines and phrases you come across. Oh, okay. Oh, this is way too much yap. I am not reading that. Okay, I read through it. Basically, the gist is that you get rank based on how difficult your cases are, and the person with the high rank has more priority when there's disagreements and whatnot. Alex, my special skill is housework. I'm no great detective, sure, but that's a low blow. I wonder what else is on here.
この探偵たちの序列と探偵ネームも載ってるそれに直近の凶悪事件の情報や捜査状況
You say new keyword? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a lot of reading, isn't it? Okay, so the alias always has detective as well as like a describing word for you. It's weird. But you can't reveal your true name, but there are exceptions, so that's cool. From the latest incidents all the way back to before I was born, it's a robust selection of key documents about cases infamous to the public. Far too much for one person to read, frankly. Even at a glance, most of the contents seem to be highly technical in nature. This is way too much effort for a prank, meaning the DA really did recruit me? Can I trust what Senior Detective says?
僕は本当に探偵同盟の一員になったんですね信じていいんですか老子探偵さん
なお、今流れているのは録音音声だ。緊急事態が起こったので、お前さんを森の中へ隠し、私は離れることとする。
So that's how it is. I assume this was a phone call, but I guess that's not the case. It kind of seems like he answered your question though, so maybe you're just that predictable. The device's settings must have been configured to play this voice message as soon as it finished authenticating.
準備ができ次第、デバイスのマップ機能を使って森を抜け、山の頂上の洋館へと向かうんだ。
Ooh, a man.
洋館で待っていれば、彼らと合流できるはず。私も必ず後で向かうから待っていてほしい。
I don't know, what if this guy just dies? What if he's just like murdered and that's like the first case? Who murdered Senior Detective? Oh no.
途中で見かける建物には絶対に入るな。
Okay, that's just really suspicious. Do not enter the structure you'll see along the
入
way.
れば減点などでは済まない。自分の身を守るためだと思って私の指示に従って。
Okay, no, probably my life does in fact depend on it. Okay, so if I go in there, I'm just gonna be murdered. That's cool. The senior detective speaks without pause. The moment he's finished, the sound cuts out abruptly. I stand there in a daze, holding the tablet, my new D-pad in one hand. I lift my head and peer through the tree line, making out the shape of a mountain with an imposing manor resting on the summit. Is that the building Senior Detective was referring to? While I don't fully trust them, my options are limited. Press for choice, open the map application on my tablet. Various graphics appear on screen displaying the surrounding area. All the blue surrounding everything must be the ocean, which means I've been taken to a remote island. The island itself is named Morgue. That's actually kind of crazy. Either way, getting all gloomy won't solve things. I use my fingers to zoom in on the map, hoping to find more info to go off of. The screen displays my current location and a few details about the vicinity. Gormangast and lab. I think that pink circle is where I'm located at. Just as Senior Detective said, there seems to be some sort of manor atop the peak, plus another structure near the tree line. Without any other clues to guide me, I decided to follow Senior Detective's instructions for now. Just name yourself like a best detective, just for stupid reasons. That'd be funny. Oh, am I gonna be able to name the detective alias? No, or not. Okay. The tablet hums quietly as I trek on. Before long, I see a parting in the trees. A massive heliport stretches before me. To its right sits a relatively small 3-story building. Though it blocks my line of sight, I assume that the manor is just up ahead on top of the hill. This structure here must be the one Senior Detective warned me against entering. It's not like I really trust the guy, so I'm admittedly a bit curious to take a peek inside. But as soon as the thought crosses my mind, a sudden sense of unease washes over me. On my tablet's map, I see numerous circular icons displayed from the building's walls. And not just a handful either. Dozens of icons crowd around like ants swarming over food. Judging by my own marker on the map, I think these icons are all people? But if that's the case, what does this mean? Dead bodies? My apprehension refuses to die down. I get the sense of going in the only end regret, just as Senior Detective had warned. I need to decide my next step carefully. I will. Oh! Oh, shoot, I get option. Okay, so there's a clearly correct and incorrect option. But we're gonna enter the building because, no doubt about it, I've got to check this building out first. It'd be risky just blindly trusting your detective after all. This is a really stupid idea. This is a really stupid idea, and he's just going with it. These circular icons are obviously people, which would indicate others are already in there. It makes a lot more sense to meet with them here instead of wandering around on my own. Very stupid. Very stupid conclusion. Is this gonna be like is someone gonna die here? Is this gonna be a bad ending? It kind of feels like it. Oh man, he's probably trying to prevent me from helping. I speak aloud, desperately trying to calm my frantic heartbeat. With great trepidation, I slowly approach the entrance. A dark shadow is faintly visible from the glass door of the building. Just as I had suspected, there are other people here. Without a moment of hesitation, I push the glass door open and rush inside. My voice hitches, my eyes widen like saucers, and my train of thought comes to a grinding halt, all from the shock of seeing the horrific scene that lay before me. Dead bodies, yep. A large mound rests in the open space beyond the entryway. A haphazard pile, blackened and dead, reeking of rotten cheese and fetid garbage. Convincing myself that it's fake, I draw closer, and I lock eyes with one. Its cloudy gaze a stark reminder of our shared mortality. Convincing myself that it's fake? Okay, dude, this is just going a little bit too far. It's heartbreakingly clear this corpse once belonged to a living body. Honestly, what were you expecting? Like, genuinely, bro. I feel like stupidity would have its limits, but I guess not. My stomach lurches, its contents spilling from my mouth. I can't take it. Sinking to my knees, I suck in heavy breaths as my heart hammers so hard it threatens to burst. This music is super loud. Senior Detective must have known. Regret fills me for not heeding his warning. I want to run, to break away and leave this place forever. I desperately focus all my energy into every lungful of air I take. Oh, nope, not even see it. You can't leave this place alive, my guy. But my pulse won't slow down. In fact, it keeps growing faster. My chest burns like it's on fire. No matter how hard I try to inhale, my chest only aches more and more, until finally I can no longer breathe.
なんなんだよこれ。
My instincts tell me I gotta go outside, but my limbs are numb from the lack of oxygen. Heavy and loose as if I'm deep underwater. I crawl, inching along like a caterpillar, but the exit is too far away. A feeling of doom overwhelms me as my strength ebbs away. I can't breathe. I need air. I can't take any more of this. Please help me. Desperate, I try to scream, but can't muster a sound. The pain is agonizing. All thoughts leave my head. Despite knowing no one will save me, my mind still cries out. Help. Someone, please help. I can't breathe. It hurts. I need to get out. I don't want to die. Help. Somebody, please. Help me. Help me. Help me, 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 help. Something snaps. My vision fails, but at least the pain in my chest is finally gone. Game over. Okay, yeah, so that was very expected, honestly. What? Huh? With the start, I see the heliport stretching before me once more. I take deep breaths, trying to calm myself. The air tastes good somehow. I'm not sure why, but I feel like I just woke up from a nightmare. Oh! I didn't have to reload. It just put me back here. Huh.
そうだ。僕は洋館に向かうかビルに向かうかで迷っていたんだ。
Huh. Okay, that's weird. So did that actually happen in reality? Okay, yeah, but that ending stems from the fact that this dude made a completely idiotic choice that is completely deprived of all logic. So it was pretty fun. I head to the peak or investigate the building. This could very well be a fatal fork in my path. I need to stay calm, think rationally, make the right choice here. And I can't enter the building. Oh no, wait, no, I can. Oh, whoopsie daisies. I thought it was a grayed out because I couldn't click it. Well, that was stupid. But you know, this just has some weird implications. Either, I don't know if he's experiencing the future somehow. Ignore it and head to the manor. I decided to do what Senior Detective suggested and made my way towards the manor at the peak of the mountain, like an actual rational human being. My mentor always chided me for being so rash. Maybe I wouldn't have been abducted if I had just waited for him like I was supposed to. What's more, I get this deep feeling of dread whenever I look at the building to the right of the heliport. I should follow Senior Detective's advice, especially considering that he must have had a way better grasp of the situation than me. Because why would there be just dead bodies in there? So it could be something like maybe, I don't know, he goes in there the first time, but then he like goes back in time, or maybe he just has, maybe he's like just some like robot and he has like the retransferred or something. I'm not sure. But it would be weird if it just had like, oh no, I feel like I woke up from a nightmare, if that didn't actually happen in reality.
本当に何なんだよこの島は。
Morgue. I make my way up to the mountain, quietly grumbling to myself, and suddenly... Oh! A chill down my spine. I quickly turn to look behind me, but the only thing in sight is the building. I get this strange feeling that going there would have had irrevocable consequences for me. My uneasiness lingers, but I turn my back and keep going in spite of it. I mean, this isn't just a bad feeling. He literally knows what is inside of there. Oh, what is this? Oh. Like, he literally knows what's inside of there instinctively. That's not just intuition, that's experience. I continue up the twisting mountain path for about 15 minutes until at last I arrive at the manor door. It was a gentle incline, but I'm still spent. I rarely take a seat, resting my back against the outside wall of the manor. I mean, you did just sleep for 3 days straight without any food or water. I mean, you probably had like water someone gave you, but still, you slept for 3 days. You would be a little bit weak. It's the exact kind of setting you'd expect in any mystery novel. The manor's exterior speaks to its age and smells faintly of lumber. During my approach, I can only grasp at the structure's imposing beauty. Upon closer inspection, I notice its windows are constructed from an unnaturally thick glass, impossible to break or peek through. I stand up and circle the perimeter, but there don't appear to be any points of entry aside from the front door. If anything, it seems like it was built to house prisoners, not residents. This definitely isn't your average manor. What on earth could be awaiting within? I slow down and catch my breath. My hand is damp with sweat as I turn the knob on the manor's only entrance. A loud clink rings out as it swings open with ease. Didn't senior detective say to wait for him at the entrance though? Okay, or walk inside, that's fine. The interior seems normal enough.
警戒しすぎか。
I ask weakly as I take a step inside. As soon as I let go of the knob, the door closes on its own. Not one moment later. Very interesting. A sharp pain suddenly erupts in my head, causing me to stagger involuntarily. A shadow on my feet expands rapidly. My spine tingles as I feel something rush quickly towards me. Without even a moment of hesitation, I kick out and leap to the side. However, something slams hard against the back of my skull. The impact sends me flying. My vision swarms, my mind already fading. I find myself unable to stand. Then the world fades to white. Okay, so this weird going back in time thing is definitely a plot point, right? Oh wait, no, you were knocked out. You weren't killed. What was that fell on him anyway? Was that like a bookshelf?
おいおい、こいつ全然起きねえぞ。一発蹴りでもかますか？ヤマトさん、乱暴はやめようよ。
Rowdy. I hear voices nearby.
飛脚パイセンに賛成。暴力とかマジないっしょ。水ぶっかけるくらいでよくね。
That's the better
渋谷
alternative.
さんも大概過激だな。ここは冷静に。
Downtown. Oh, is this is the aliases, right?
もしや心肺が止まっているのではないか。我が速やかに心臓マッサージを。
That's a little
そ
extreme.
の必要はありません。どうやら目を覚ましたようですよ。
It's like a lot of people. I open my eyes, my vision is blurred. Is that guy in a wheelchair? His eyes look kind of weird. The dizzying pain in my head is unbearable. There's a constant ringing in my ears, and my body won't move an inch. A wave of nausea comes over me, but I manage to stop myself from groaning.
僕は痛い。
Yeah, bro, you totally got knocked out. I vaguely recall being hit by something the moment I stepped into the manor. At last, my vision finally clears up.
あなたたちは
When my eyes refocus, I'm met with several unfamiliar faces and a sturdy rope binding me. Wait, a rope? Really? I'm tied up, surrounded by a group of strangers. What in the world is going on?
おい、てめえ侵入者こら！
A girl in a sports jacket grabs me by the throat, glowering menacingly. She looks to be in her early teens, but her strength is incredible. I can't get a peep while trapped in her iron grip.
本部で待ち伏せたいい度胸してんじゃねえか。どこの組織の回し者だてめえ。あ
So is that thing a trap?
あ、大和探偵さん、落ち着いて。
Rowdy detective, huh? Well, that certainly fits.
落ち着いてられるかよ。こいつは俺たちの仲間をぶち殺した犯人かもしれねえんだぞ。
Jamoke? What does that even mean?
黙りこくりやがったよ。許せねえぜ。だけど首を締め上げたままでは何も話せませんよ。
Thank you, Mr. Logical Person.
おお、科学探偵の言う通りだな。
Techie detective.
悪かったよ、侵入者。本当にすまねえ。
The girl in the sports jacket lets me go and immediately falls to her knees, touching her head to the floor as she apologizes.
顔を上げてください。気にしてませんから。よくわかりませんけど、僕は怪しまれるのに十分な
Nah,
理
you
由があ
totally
ったんで
didn't
す
do
よ
that
ね。
actually. Do it some more, actually.
その通りだが、このままじゃ筋が通らねえ。けじめだ。手痛いのを一発、俺に見舞ってくれ。
Okay, dang. That came out
そ
of
んなこ
nowhere.
としませんよ。というか縛られてるのでできません。顔を上げてください。実は僕も状況が全然わから
Oh
な
yeah,
く
wait,
て
he is
混
tied
乱
up.
してるんです。皆さんは何なんですか？それにこの島は一体何が起こってるんですか？
As I ask the so-called Rowdy detective my questions, the boy in the wheelchair approaches us.
自らの意思で
Yo,
こ
what's
の
up,
島を
Mr.
訪れた
Techie?
わけではないのですね。それに詳しいことは何もわからない。
Wait, you saying that I'm the only one who got kidnapped? You guys just weren't kidnapped? You just got an invitation and a letter in the mail?
老子探偵という人に連れてこられたらしいんですが、詳しいことは何も。
老子探偵があなたを。
The boy contacted detective cups his chin in thought.
先ほど眼球運動を確認した限り気絶していたのは間違いない。自作自演で気絶していた可能性もあるけど、一度事実として考えた方が良さそうだ。でもあの老子探偵が何の目的も告
You
げずに
checked my eyes to verify I was unconscious? Wait, you can't fake that?
連れてくるなんて何か違和感がある。 このお兄さんは僕らとの立ち位置が違うのか。
Yo, I'm the newest
松崎
recruit,
法事
dude.
件の
What's
捜査に
up?
どう関係があるの。
はい科学探偵ってばよ。
あごめんなさい。
You were lost for like 2
Kangai-konde
seconds there,
shimate.
okay? I think that's fine. Riley Detective pokes Tucky Detective, snapping him out of his trance. He dips his head in apology. I'm as confused as ever right now, but I have heard of these two detectives before. Yeah, it was on the,
まさか
鳥間その人の縄を解いてあげね。縛ったまま尋問するとかどんなプレイだよって感じでキモいじゃん。
yeah, bro is still tied up. Why was tied up in the first place? Like, dang, dude.
待って渋谷探偵さん。
Downtown Detective.
何？
ごめんなさい。
縄を解くのは待つべきだと思うんだ。
You really should not. The trendy girl responds with indignation, causing the frail boy to tear up. Nevertheless, he doesn't back down.
敵は20人以上を殺せる毒を有しているわけで、もし彼が敵であった場合、両手が自由になれば微量の毒をまくだけで
Poison that can kill over
僕らを全滅させられる。
20 people?
人体検査もなしに自由にするのは危険すぎるよ。
あーね、うちがせっかちだったわ。ごめんね。
You didn't pat me down while I was unconscious? That's so weird. I would assume that you would do that while I'm unconscious instead of while I'm awake, because that is just dumb. Even though her idea got rejected, the girl called Downtown Detective laughed as if nothing happened.
飛躍探偵さん Thank you。さすが
Doleful
序列14位。
Number
マジリスペク
14.
トなんですけど。
怖がるなだけだよ。僕なんて
Doleful, huh?
ただ研究棟の皆さんのような犠牲はもう絶対に出
Was
したく
the
ない。
research facility that placed on the way here for all those dead bodies?
慎重すぎるくらいに行動しよう。
The somewhat androgynous youth speaks with a voice full of fear. Victims like those in the research facility? The comment catches my attention, but now isn't the time to be asking questions. Instead, I hold my tongue and continue to watch in silence.
心配無用だぞ飛
Who
躍
the
探偵ど
heck
も。
is that? Why are you
仮
wearing
に彼
full
が
armor?
何かを企ん
Armor
でいようと
detective. Okay.
この武装探偵がお主らの身は
That
必
is
ず守り抜
certainly
こう。
fitting. The armored man rests one head on the youth he called Doleful Detective and the other on Downtown Detective.
ありがとうございます武装さん。僕は運動がからきしなのですごく頼もしいです。
Though the boy smiles at Armored Detective, Downtown Detective waves off the gauntlet looking utterly repulsed.
うちは結構です。暑苦しさやばいんで秒で離れてもらえます？
Number 32.
序
Okay,
列
so
32位の武
these people are
装
kind
探
of
偵さん。
high up.
おお我の序列を覚えてくれているのか。このメンバーで唯一の30位以下だと
Actually,
いう
that's
のに。
inaccurate. Mine is
我は
100.
感動した
Yippee.
ぞ。必ずお主の命を守り抜こう。
Okay, so everyone's rank here is above 30 except for our Armored Detective. So everyone here is kind of high up, except for me. I'm just a loser.
うけ、皮肉が通じないんですけど。実は
Armored Detective happily strides closer to Downtown Detective. He doesn't seem to notice the look of genuine disgust on her face.
ひとまず探偵デバイスでリーダーに連絡を取って
And
みたい。
who is this?
探偵デバイス同士の通信ならこの洋館からでも研究棟に通じるみたいで助かったね。
A man who looks like a corporate employee joins the conversation. He holds a familiar tablet-like device in his hands, a D-pad, the trademark of the Detective Alliance. My heart beats fast in spite of myself as I guess at the nature of my company.
ありがとうよ社畜探偵。
Workaholic Detective. I think I saw that name somewhere as well.
オーレンソーは社会人の基本なんてね。そちらの眠り姫についてリーダーに確認も取ってみたけど、どうやら彼も私たち探偵同盟の仲間だそうだよ。
I told you.
念のため君自身にも聞くけど間違いないよね。
Nope, I was knocked unconscious against my will and brought into the forest where I was shoved in a locker and slept for 3 days. That's the normal recruit process, I take it?
はい、間違いありません。まだ探偵デバイスを受け取ったばかりの新人ですけど。
Everything clicks into place as I speak with the man referred to as Workaholic Detective. I knew it, they really are part of the Alliance. And these aren't just any average members, they're so famous even a nobody like me knows of them. There could only be one possible reason why a group of detectives like this would be gathered here. We're solving a big case. It was the same thing I had been brought for, discuss how to handle the quartering Duke. They're all here for that meeting, no doubt.
残る謎はまだ探偵ネームも持たない新人がどうしてこの探偵同盟本部にいるのかという点だね。
Yeah, because I'm just so awesome, man. I'm so awesome, that's why. I'm just so cool I could solve the case just like by guessing.
君も八崎港対策会議に招集されたのかい？
はい。老子探偵から説明を受けて、自分の探偵デバイスもありますよ。
胸ポケットに入っていたデバイスはやはり君自身のものだったんだね。
Oh, so you did
悪い
pat
け
me
ど
down.
勝手に
Okay.
体を調べさせてもらったよ。
So, that one person, Doleful Detective, that was some BS reasoning. Let me out of here, please.
いつの間に。
Or was it just now? I don't know how, but Workaholic Detective is clearly holding my device. The fact that he could swipe without my noticing is terrifying. Oh, so he did it right now instead of when I was unconscious. Again, search me while I'm unconscious, please. That seems like the best course of action. Workaholic Detective grabs my hand to bypass the D-pad's fingerprint authentication, navigating to the message application of practice ease. He seems to be checking my invitation to the quartering Duke meeting, which I had been reading just before I fell unconscious.
なるほど。私に届いた連絡と一字一句違わない。確かに君もこの対策会議のメンバーらしいね。
Relief washes through me at Workaholic Detective's smile, but it doesn't last long.
まあこの島に潜入できるほどのものならメールの偽造なんて簡単に行えるだろうけど。
Fact. Workaholic Detective's smile turns grim. Its piercing gaze cuts right through me, making my body flare up with goosebumps. Didn't you just say that you confirmed with the dude that I'm supposed to be here?
下手なまでしでかすんじゃねえぞ。三途の川の対岸まで殴り飛ばされたくなきゃな。
I'm trying to remember the names of these guys.
他の探偵さんたちのような
Doleful? That's the first time I heard of that word
君から
before.
は一切感じられない。一体何者なの？
Dang, are you guys trying to say that you have aura, but I don't? Man, you really suck. You look like a loser.
結論を出す
calm
には
down.
検討材料が不足しすぎています。情報が揃うまでは監視は
Oh
やむなしか
my
と。
goodness. The other detectives watch me warily. Their eyes make it abundantly clear that they're on high alert. I completely understand why they suspect my exceptional circumstances, but that doesn't make their looks sting any less. Dwelling on Doleful Detective's unsettling remarks earlier leads me to wonder what happened to the Detective Alliance.
まあさ、怪しんでばかりじゃ拉致が開かないし、鳥間うちらに同行させりゃいいんじゃね？老子のじっちゃんも見つけなきゃだしさ、言い争ってる暇とかないっしょ。
Yeah, you do that.
気が合うな、渋谷探偵殿。我も同意見である。証拠が出るまでは彼も仲間の一員でよかろう。
あんたと同意見なのは点下げなんだけど、うち頭悪いからさ、武装ちゃんの言う通り、その人も一緒に連れてっていいと思うわけ。ミステリもので仲間割れとか死亡フラグだしね。
Splitting up in a mansion?
ミステリものって。
What's with your eye? Are you good? Techie Detective smiles wryly as Roddy Detective grabs the rope tying me up. I mean, he's not good. He's in a wheelchair. I think that kind of it says that he's not that good.
まあ渋谷の言う通りだな。
Roddy Detective tears my restraints apart as if they're made of paper. I can now move freely except for my bound hands, but still, what raw physical strength. It's hard to believe a girl smarter than me could be so powerful.
仲間同士で疑い合ってたら八崎港の思うツボだ。俺もひとまずあんたを信じることにするぜ。
Wow, this would be easier as an official way of proving myself.
行動の前に一言確認を取ってほしかったところだけど、
Those stairs look kind of weird.
私も同意見だよ。先ほど体を調べた時何も見つからなかったしね。君にはひとまず我々と行動を共にしてもらおう。ただし今は一刻を争う時代だ。私たちがどんな状況に置かれているかについてはまた移動しながら教えるよ。
Not that one.
ありがとうございます。
The detectives head out, one after another. Now that Muta's been lightened up a bit, I can't help but let out a sigh of relief. And I think that is where my stopping point for today will be. Kind of feels like we're about to get into some stuff, and I wouldn't want to continue and have this be like an hour and a half long. So a lot happened. We are not really into the plot of things yet, but I have been assigned to the Detective Alliance. So that's pretty cool. I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe for more of this. And I'll see what this game's about next time, I suppose. Bye.